Welcome back to the channel. In this video we will have a closer look on the new Claude Team Agents feature, and basically with this we can coordinate multiple Claude Code instances working together as a team. So let's get started. Before we dive into the terminal and try it out on a while, let's go through some theoretical parts, as you know, of my channel. So you're already familiar with the sub-agents that we can use, so where's the difference between the new agent teams? Use sub-agents when you need quick, focused workers that report back. So we have there only one communication from the sub-agent back. And here with the agent teams, use it when the teammates needs to share findings, challenge each other and coordinate on their own. So basically when the agents also need to talk with each other. And here I've listed out some great tasks where it makes sense to use them. For example, parallel exploration. So tasks where multiple distinct angles add value. For example, one agent on the UX, one on the architecture, and one playing the devil's advocate. Complex debugging, for example. Testing complete hypotheses simultaneously to coverage on a root cause faster. And also distinct features modules, so work where agents can own separate pieces, so separate files or folders without stepping on each other, and cross-layer coordination, so changes spawning front-end, back-end, and tests where each layer needs a dedicated owner. Peer review, simultaneously review of a PR from different lenses, security, performance, accessibility, and the inter-agent collaboration when workers need to message each other, share findings, and self-coordinate. Let's go through the architecture. We have one team lead, and this is the main Claude Code session that creates the team and spawns the teammates and coordinates the work. Then we have the dedicated agents, so the separate Claude Code instances that each work on an assigned task. And then we have our shared task list. So this is our shared list of work items that the teammates claim and complete. And then we have the mailbox. This is the internal messaging system for the communication between the agents. One more thing before we dive deeper is this information here that each teammate has its own context window. And when spawned, a teammate loads the same project context as a regular session. So for example, the Claude MD, the MCP servers, and the skills. And it also receives the spawn prompt from the lead. So with this knowledge in mind, let's go through the documentation here and create our own agent team and try it out. All right, so to start a team, it's easy, like just telling Claude to create an agent team. And I've prepared here a prompt to do that. So I'm here on a project called AgentDoc CLI, and the goal is to build a CLI tool that creates MCP documentation servers from existing project sitemaps. And the users provide a sitemap URL, and the CLI generates a high ready-to-run MCP server. And now I want to have an agent team that's challenging it from different angles. So I'm specifying one agent here for the developer experience. I'm specifying one for technical architecture and one for the Git and publishing strategy. And what we can also do is we can also provide on each agent the model if we would like to. So I could say here model Sonnet, for example. And for the other, I could say Opus and so on. But I would just keep all Sonnet here. And what is also interesting that I wanted to show you is, so one thing what we already did here by default is specifying the amount of agents. Otherwise, Claude, the teammate, will choose on its own how many are needed for the task. But we can specify the teammates at the models. And we can also, before it's running off, go into our planning mode by just specifying it here, require plan approval before they make any changes. But this is not what we are doing here. I just wanted to give you this information. And what's also interesting is this delegate mode. Basically, after the team lead has spawned the teammates and shared the task away, the team lead would also do starting work. And in order to prevent that, we go into the delegate mode so that the team lead is only there for orchestrating and responding back to the findings. And we enable it later with the ship tab to go into the delegate mode. So, and I would say this is fine. And let's create now our team. We go into Claude. Okay, this is nice. What's going on here? Claude. Maybe I will write here create no on HG with. So oh yeah, yeah, this is of course not working because we missed something very important, is to enable it, because this is just an experimental feature at the moment, and we need to enable it by writing it into the settings JSON. So let's copy this one, but this is really simple. In our existing .cloud file, we create a new file called settings.json. And there we create a new object here, environment, and then we set this attribute, this flag here, Claude Code experimental agent teams to 1, so to enable it. And now let me start Claude again. And copy our command. Let's go. And here we can see that now Claude will first understand code base and then create the agent team. Okay, so we see here our team lead and also the developer experience agent, and now we can navigate through the different agent by pressing shift and then either down or up to navigate in here. So yeah, you see our agents are now working. We can navigate through them. I have some issues because I need to babysit here every time for each agent. I need to find a way to also get rid of this. But this is basically what we can now do, and to get it from different angles in this concrete use case. And this is all what I wanted to share with you. So let's try it on your own. And if you have any questions, make sure to join the school community and there raise your question, and I'm there to help you. Thank you for watching and see you the next time.